Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Dana with Sage and Harmony Holistic Coaching. It is amazing to be here with you guys. Last week, Facebook would not let me stream at all. And so that was the technical difficulties that we were experiencing. So I apologize for not being here. I was trying, it really was. But it just was not working out. So, and then midweek, I got a message saying, yes, you are able to stream onto Facebook. We apologize for the whatever. So there's that. But we are back live in effect, and I'm so glad that so far we have no technical issues and everything is well. So thank you for being here. Let me get my comments up. Let me get my phone off that I thought was off. And we will begin with our disclaimer. So any information provided on the show today is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not meant to treat or diagnose any mental health or health conditions at all. So please make sure that you are in touch with your healthcare providers and such. So, hold on a second. Here, where are we? Make sure that those comments are up so I can see. All right, perfect. So, as always, we will begin with our affirmation meditation, and then we'll get into some readings. We'll get into some questions, anything that we have for today. Actually, let me get these cards. Done, so we can get these nice and cleansed. And when you check in, please make sure that you're letting us know where you're joining us from, what part of the world that you are joining us from, because it's always fun to know where people are joining us. There we go. And if you are a new viewer, we welcome you. Thank you for being here today. You can also find my information on my website if you want to know more about me, but also please make sure that you are following and liking Psychic Fixes Network on Facebook and also on YouTube, because we have tons of wonderful practitioners. We have Sandy. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for checking in. We're going to begin, as we do always, with our affirmation meditation. So I will invite you now to get yourself nice and settled in just for a few moments. Give yourself permission just to have a moment of breath. Hi, Elaine. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So just go ahead and relax your shoulders and just allowing yourself just to be calm just for a few moments, giving yourself permission just to check out. And we will be using the Harmony and Flow affirmation deck. So just let your shoulders drop and roll your neck around just a little bit, giving yourself permission just to relax. Look at these cards nice and cleansed. Beautiful. Awesome. Just allow your tummy to expand now as you just giving yourself permission just to check out. Let's see what the universe has in store for us today. So today's affirmation is, I am present in this moment. So this is going to be our mantra for this week, guys. I am present in this moment. So we want you to try practicing being present this week. Right now, let's just go put our right hand over our heart and our left hand over our tummy. And just go ahead and breathe that in. I am present in this moment. Just give yourself right now, guys. Just right now. Breathing that in nice and deep. Good big belly breath. Nice. Big exhale out. I am present in this moment. Say that nice and loud. Good. Bring that in nice and deep. Hey, Kim. Welcome. Good. Big exhale out. I am present in this moment. Nice big breath in. Just let your tummy expand. Nice big belly breath. Good. Big exhale out. Wonderful. And once again, that is the Harmony and Flow affirmation deck. It is a 50 card deck. It can be found on my website. Beautiful little deck. Very good. All right. So who's ready for some readings? I see some new viewers today. Welcome. Thank you for being here. A little bit about myself. Here weekly, at least I try to be whenever Facebook lets me stream. And we don't have any technical issues. We don't have hurricanes. We don't have things. I read Oracle and Angel cards. And my readings are more based on personal development than anything else. So yes, you can ask me about the job or the love life, but if there's something in you that needs to be healed, chances are they will give me that information in order to get you to your desired state. So welcome, Kim. It is so good to see you, my friend. How are you? Thank you for being here. Hey, Carlos. Thanks for sharing, my friend. Thank you. For anyone wanting a reading, please go ahead and just request it in the chat box. Also, any donations that are done get priority readings. So any donations or stars get priority readings. We have quite a few decks here tonight, so let's just see which ones call out. This should be interesting. Should be a fun night. How are you doing, Miss Kim? Great to have you here, my dear. Sandy, thank you so much for being here from Ontario. Elaine, are you still here? Welcome. Where are you checking in from? Got you. Okay, Sandy, I'll go ahead and get you. Can I tell you your future? So yeah, I mean, I can give you the information that you need as far as what you need for healing. But like, I can't give you like lottery numbers or when you're going to die or anything like that. So those aren't the readings that I do. So if you want something more specific, Marie, I'm happy to answer that for you. All right, so let's go ahead with Sandy. Ooh, Ireland. That's fun. I love connecting with people from other countries. It's nice to see you too, my dear. Great to connect with you. Let me get the sage moved over just a bit. All right. You're welcome. So we're going to call on Sandy's team and only Sandy's team to come through for the highest good, please. Calling the highest of the high. Calling the highest of the highest of the high. To come through for the highest good, please. We are using the Medium and Magic Oracle deck for you this evening. Oh. Okay, well, that's two. Ooh, interesting. Okay, Miss Sandy. So this is quite. First of all, let me just say I just love using this this Medium and Oracle deck. It has beautiful artistry, and I just love the cards itself. So the first two cards that actually fell out for you is Respect. So let's go ahead and show you that card. Actually, hang on. Let me change this here so then that way you guys won't have so much glare. Oh, I think that made it worse. There we go. So your first card is Respect. Your second card that also fell out is Glamour Magic, and I will explain that in just a moment. So those two cards fell out for you straight away. And then your third card is Influence. Thank you. So I'm going to kind of back up a little bit and work with those first two cards. So your first card, as far as the Respect and Glamour Magic, this Respect card, what's coming through for me is more of the self-respect. And I say that as your higher self talking to you, right? So the messages that they're showing me right now, that they're expressing to me right now is just having more of, and I don't want to say having more self-respect as if you don't, implying that you don't have self-respect, but it goes along with this glamour magic. And let me explain this a little bit better. Glamour magic is used when we are trying to portray ourselves as something else to the world, right? So having you see me as something very different. So if you notice with this card here, you notice her face is very made up. She has a lot of makeup, and it's almost kind of like a filter, if you will. So what they're basically saying, the message that they're sending out is just paying attention to the portrayal of who you are when you're sending this out. And the reason that this is important is because you do have a lot of influence. People are watching, right? People that you don't even realize are watching, people that care, and I say this to say that you are influencing a lot of people that you don't even realize. So be very, very mindful of the way that you are presenting yourself to the world and the way that you are doing all those things. You don't have to play into whatever society says, right? And I do kind of feel like there is a little bit of a beating to my own drum type thing, which is beautiful. But they're really saying, be careful not to get lost in the filter of life, if you will, right? So that's the best way for me to explain that. Resonating good. And so they're asking you to really just connect again, higher self, making sure that you are staying within your authentic self, and you're respecting your boundaries, making sure that you are hitting those boundaries for other people, like making sure that people know what your boundaries are, what's okay and what's not okay. So then that way, again, you're staying within your authentic self. So that respect factor is going to be a really, really big thing for you. But again, just paying attention to what filter you're using when you're at work or in school or just out in coffee shops or just out in society, whoever you're talking to, because we tend to, change filters, right, as we go through life. And, when we're at work, we are one particular person. When we're in school, we're another person. When we're with our friends, our parents, our spouse, etc. So just be very, very mindful that even when you are switching these filters, that you are still staying very authentic within Sandy, if that makes sense, because you are a very huge influence, right? People around you, they want to be like you. They think that you have so much, grace, and why can't my life be like Sandy's life type thing. And people are watching, they listen to the words that you speak. They watch the things that you do. So just kind of really be mindful about that, because even when we're not paying attention, people are watching. So that is your message for this evening, Miss Sandy. Good. Thank you so much for expressing that resonated. All right, let's see who else is next. Yes, always for your highest good. So anytime that I'm doing readings, you'll always hear me say that I'm calling on that person's team for their highest good. Marie, sure, no worries. And hang on, let's do this. Aw, thank you so much. You're so welcome. And thank you for sharing also. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. All righty. So Marie, you want to know about being a Reiki healer. Are you going to be a successful Reiki healer? Well, okay. I'm calling on Marie's team. Marie's team to come through for their highest good. Okay. So Marie, let's go ahead. Are you still here? Thank you, Kimmy. Welcome. Welcome some Amantha. Hi. Welcome. Welcome back. I remember that name. How are you? I remember that name. All right. So, Marie, your first card that actually fell out is the Conjure card. Your second card is Divination. And your third card is also the Glamour Magic. Now, the one thing that I'm going to start with is the Conjure card. The message that they're sharing straight away is just be very, very careful what you're asking for, because when you're asking to be a successful Reiki healer, what is the intention? Is it money? Is it success? Do you want to be famous? What is it that you're wanting? Because as a Reiki healer, thank you very much. As a Reiki healer, the intent should, let me back this up. And I think Kim and we had this conversation a couple of days ago on healing. As healers, if you're coming from a place of ego, right, then you're not in complete service to the people that you're helping. And I say this respectfully, right? So just be very careful on what it is that we're looking to do. Because when we're doing that, we're connecting with different parts of ourselves. So that divination part is, okay, so we're connecting with ourselves, making sure that you're coming from a place of pure intention when you're manifesting. And then also, again, I'm gonna just kind of talk about this filter again, this glamour magic. You know what it is that you are giving to your clients and you are portraying to your clients. I just want to help the planet and help the world. That is beautiful. Yeah, that's awesome. I do say that in also the sense of when we are working as healers and we are working to help others, the message that they are really putting through is be very careful that you are not depleting yourself and your energy. So making sure that you are taking care of yourself, making sure that you are really giving yourself that grounding space. So anything that you're conjuring up, anything that you're manifesting, anything that you are connecting with, any spirits, any deities that you're connecting with, making sure, again, that you are working for your highest good, working for the highest good of the client. But I am really feeling that most of it is just going to be listening and connecting and trusting your intuition. Are you going to be successful? Define success for yourself straight away. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And I'm not saying that you need to share that here, right? I'm just saying when you're setting yourself the goal for success. So as far as your Reiki practice, okay, I want to work with 15 clients a month. Set yourself that strategically, that plan, and then align yourself so that way that can happen for you, right? And then this is how we start aligning. So then instead of fishing and hunting, we are attracting, right? Because it's very important when we are in alignment and in flow. And I know I've kind of talked about this before, but when you're in alignment and flow, it's going to just come to you without you needing to go and try to get clients, where they will just come to you. They'll come to you from referrals. They will come to you. The universe, will send them to you. They saw you on Facebook. It was a friend of a friend, or they just happen to have conversation. The universe knows and will conspire to give you everything it is that you need. It will conjure up those clients and everything that you need. But first, I will be very clear in just saying, making sure that you are setting clear intentions on what that looks like for you each month, right? So, and that could change. It's not saying that it can't change. So it can be month from month. So let's say for November, you are having yourself 15 clients for the month of November. Okay, what's your price point? Setting all of this together so then that way you have that. Make another one for December. So each time that you're doing this, Now what ends up happening, because once you hit your goal, now what ends up happening is that on a frequency level, you start moving up because you've hit your goal. It feels good. I know what to do. I know how to do this. Take any failures that you have, and instead of seeing them as a failure, take that and now rework it as an opportunity for the next time. Does that make sense? Because success and failures go hand in hand. Okay. So it's really, really important that you take every failure and you use it to your advantage. So fail productively, fail effectively. Okay. Divination, really ask yourself and connecting again with your team and in your intuition. Your intuition, just allow that to be your guide, because that is going to be so important for you. Your team speaks to you and gives you the information that you need. Again, now that glamour magic, what are you going to put on? And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, right? So this glamour magic card comes up, and it's not necessarily a bad thing that when we put on our filters, sometimes you have to, just put that on a little bit more. But see yourself in that as already successful. Does that make sense? That is when you can see it, when you can feel it, when you can be it, then the universe will just give you everything that you want, because you've now attracted it. You've already seen yourself as this successful Reiki healer. So paying attention to that, give yourself the grace of that. Be that successful Reiki healer every single day, even if it's for an hour a day. Why? Because the mind, it needs proof of life, right? The unconscious mind needs proof of life, and it will support any personality you give it. So if you give it the personality of, I'm a successful healer, I have my own practice, I have clients, this, that, then it's going to continue to attract that, because now your mind and your frequency, your emotions, your thoughts all have frequency. You're emanating that to the universe. The universe will do nothing but give you back exactly that. So you have 15 clients a day or 15 clients for the month of November. Great. So now December, you hit 20. Now January, you hit 25. But you go into it already being in gratitude for receiving it. You go into it already being seeing and signing off on the contracts. You go into it being thankful and saying, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure serving you. Please tell your friends. Here's a discount card for the next time you come back, whatever that looks like for you. But that success and failure is going to depend on your mentality, because this is all free will. I mean, what I'm telling you, are you going to be successful? You'll be as successful as you allow yourself to be. That's that's the honest truth, right? So this is all free will. I can give you all of the information. You can take none of it, and then it doesn't work out. And that's with any readings that you get done. So I say that to say is that this is going to be, it's going to work if you do the work to make it work, if that makes sense. That is your message, Miss Marie. I wish you the best. I have complete faith in you, and I think you will do absolutely amazing. Shakti, oh my gosh, welcome, my friend. Welcome back. It has been forever. Laura, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Ooh. Let's see. Okay, so Shakti, let's get with you. I did. Oh my gosh. I hope it was a good thing. Are you following me? Oh, are you following me on Facebook? You guys can also follow me on my my Facebook page. Hi, Kimmy. Welcome. Oh, your cards are just like, are you witnessing this? The cards are just like flying out of this deck today. Yeah, I was trying to stream last week, and I couldn't, like, Facebook wouldn't allow me to stream. Like, it wasn't doing it. The only place I could stream was YouTube. It was just like like 5 different times I created new broadcasts to try to get on, and it wouldn't let me. My Facebook page name is Sage and Harmony. It's right there on the thing. Hello. Well, look, everybody's here. It's a party. All right, so. Okay, Miss Shakti. So the first 2 cards that fell out for you, your first card is Believe. And I want you to pay attention to this card. I really want you to look at this card. Notice what she's doing. She's looking in the mirror. Facebook was being tricky last week, wasn't it? Yes. Your second card is Release. And your third card is Sacred Space. I also want to kind of point out how, if you notice that these both, oh, where are you? These are both in circles, these sacred space circles. Hi, Zoe. Welcome, darling. This Believe card, it always makes me a little bit emotional whenever I see this card, because it's a little girl looking in the mirror, right? And that's really what it is, connecting with your younger self. So they're really asking you to just kind of do that now, connect with your younger self, and give that younger self the hope, that faith that everything is going to be okay. Talk to your younger self and give that child everything that it needs in order for it to heal and to love, and also release, right? This is this place of needing to release. This is them saying to you, it's okay and it's time now to start releasing some of this pain. Now, some of this feels like old trauma that's coming almost up again. Like it's I've been using like the onion analogy, where it's kind of like layers. You keep peeling back the layers. That's kind of what it feels like. It's been there. You did some healing towards it, but now there's more that needs to get done. And this is giving yourself permission to be able to do that. And again, I point out the sacred space of where she's in, because she is in a protective circle there, right? Looking in the mirror, giving herself permission to just look in it and to believe and to hope. But that last card of Sacred Space, the reason that card is so important, is so vital, is that you and that child need that safe place to be able to feel vulnerable, right? To feel like you can let go, to feel like you can cry and heal, right? It's time to start healing from a place of safety. It's time to start healing in a place where you can feel encouraged and empowered and loved, right? And that's what they're wanting to share with you tonight, is that you have the ability to do that. And it's time to start releasing some of those other things that really don't need to be there. But more importantly, just to know that, you know, even when things start coming up again later on, because it does feel like it's like you're healing in segments, right? Because sometimes it's too much. So they allow you to heal in segments. Heal in segments. It's easier to for the pill to swallow type thing. You understand that, yeah? So just allow yourself the space to do that. And creating the sacred space again for you and for that child to really be able to do the work for right now. Don't worry about what's going to come up later on. You will be strong enough to handle that later on. Right now, we just need to take that look back, give that child that space, give that child a hug, listen to the tears, wipe the tears, connect, and just hold that child's hand, so that way that child feels safe and feels loved, so that we can continue. Thank you. That is your card, my dear. Oh, that was kind of emotional. Zoe. Yeah, Zoe, you donations are appreciated always. They're not required. But donation, any cards or anybody that gives a donation gets priority readings than those that don't. Let's see. There we go. So Shakti, sounds like that resonated with you, my dear. There we go. Okay. Hugs, my dear. Hugs. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for allowing me to serve. Yeah, and make sure that you are checking out Sage and Harmony. Also, my website, Sage and Harmony, has the affirmation cards. There's ritual candles. There's spiritual cleanses. There's all kinds of wonderful, wonderful goodies on the website also. So please make sure that you are checking that out also. All right. Anybody else up for a reading? Let's see. I think, did I miss anybody? Let me go back in the comments for a second. Oh, Sandy's so sweet. Thank you. Yay. Thank you. You're awesome. Appreciate you, my dear. So good to have you back. That is so awesome. 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 Appreciate you supporting the show. There we go. All right. Miss Laura. I'm sorry. Were you asking for a reading, Miss Laura? I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss anybody. But I also don't just I don't just impose a reading on people. Sometimes they just want to be spectators. So I just don't impose a reading unless you say you want one. All right. This deck has a lot to say today. These cards are just flying out. Where's team to come through for our highest good, please? One of the highest of the highest of the high for Miss Laura, please. Yes, Miss Elaine, got you next. Yay, thank you. Wow, I love this. Okay, so your first card. The eclipse energy has a lot to say. Yes, doesn't it though? I mean, I think almost, was it everybody? Pretty much, I think everybody that had a reading tonight with this deck, the cards have just been flying out. So Miss Laura, your first card is the Ascension card. And I really, I kind of want you to take notice of almost how out of place she looks in this, and it's a good thing. So I say that respectfully. Your second card is the Journey card. Noticing the owls, the stag, and then the last card. Interesting that Shakti was talking about the eclipse energy. We have Moon Magic. How stunning this card is. Just an absolute beautiful deck. So, Miss Laura, so much of, these two cards just complementing each other, this Ascension card and this Journey card. And that Ascension card is, like I said, it's so beautiful because even though she looks kind of battered and like she's been through some stuff, and she's in this place, she's in this city, and just looks like she's completely out of place. Looks like she's completely out of place. That's actually a good thing, because when we don't fit into our normal surroundings, when we have outgrown the people and the places and the situations, that means we've grown. And sometimes we've outgrown people and situations that we've been in for years, right? But that growth is important. That is part of your journey, right? That is part of what you're supposed to be going through. Not everybody's going to go through that thing, the entire journey with you, right? Not everybody is meant to be from the beginning of the book to the end of the book, and that's okay. This is kind of, and I'm not sure, I don't think you've been here with, but I talk about practicing detachment a lot. And actually this part of the year specifically, really focusing on detachment. I talk about seasons and learning how to just let the branches just fall off and the leaves fall off, and as the seasons change, the same thing that we do at work, where you are going through this part of the ascension, you're going to this next part of your life and this next part of your journey, and in this part, it's you're going to be experiencing some losses, but even more gains. The gains that you're going to be getting are going to be even more magical. Now, this moon magic is really, they're asking you, especially with this new moon coming up, really focusing on manifesting and setting intentions intentionally. I wish I had a better word for that. Setting intentions, very, again, just with a lot of thought, right? So not just I want, money, or I want success, or I want these things, but what is it going to do for you? Right. So when we're setting intentions and when we are manifesting, it's important that we do so in a way that is going to be more than just that particular thing. Here's why I say that. Because if we, set intentions for a house or for a car, there's something even deeper than that, right? That house and that car usually represents something deeper, like that. It'll represent security. It'll represent, stability. It'll represent protection. It'll represent those things that you is really making you feel to your core, right? So when we're manifesting and we're setting intentions, to really pay attention to what we're setting intentions for. What's the deeper cause? So if I'm setting intentions for this new business or for a new job or anything like that, what's the deeper behind that? What is it going to really, really, really give me? Is it going to give me security, financial security? Okay, great. But what is that financial security going to do then at that point? Is it going to, allow me to now pay off some bills, or maybe invest in some property, or whatever that looks like? So I say that to say is that be very intentional with your thoughts, be very intentional with the way and your feelings and all of that, and really working, especially not just with the new moon, but there's the different moon phases. So then that way you can continue to cultivate and nurture all the things that you are putting into place, because this part of your journey, and this, I'm getting the word close out for the rest of the year. Like they're asking you just to kind of close out the things that just need to be kind of released and shedded, if that makes sense. So just give yourself the space to do that. And definitely, again, working with the things that you want to manifest, because we can't have everything, right? We can't have the old cycles, patterns, relationships, all those things, and the new things that we want to bring into our life that, are really going to be for our future self. Speaking life into yourself, speaking life into your future, and not holding on to the things of the past, because, my dear, you've outgrown it. You've outgrown it. You don't belong there anymore. And that is absolutely okay. That is you, Miss Laura Runner. Thank you so much for being here. Karen, yay. Hi, Karen. It is great to see you, my friend. Is my boyfriend going to be Italian and blonde, and he going spiritual relationships? Marie, I'm going to be quite honest with you. Those aren't the readings that I do, my dear. And I'm again, I expressed that in the beginning. I don't know if your boyfriend's going to be Italian and blonde. I do personal development readings. So I can tell you what you need in order to get into relationships the same way that I told you about your business. But I've already given you the reading for today, so I cannot continue to give you. You can now sign up and get a reading on my page for a full 1 hour. I'm happy to do that. But yes, unfortunately, I've already given you your reading for today, and there are plenty of other people that I need to also serve for today as well. Let's see. We had Elaine. It is great to see you, Karen. Thank you. And can I just say how much I love your new profile picture? Badass. I love it. That resonates. I want to move forward, but I do have a foot in the past. Thank you. Shedding past beliefs. Okay. Yes, this is the time for you to start doing that, my dear. This is definitely the time for you to start doing that. Oh, let's see, Elaine. Where are you? But I'm going to have spiritual relationships. I don't know what that means, Marie. But are you asking if you're going to have spiritual relationships? Like I'm sorry, I'm really confused with what that means. So again, I don't know if your boyfriend's going to be Italian and blonde. I mean, possibly. I mean, again, those aren't the readings that I do, and I was pretty clear about that in the beginning, before I even did the reading. So, all right, Miss Elaine, let's see what we have for you. We have 2 decks for you, Miss Elaine. We have the Archangel Michael deck. Wow. Just seems like all the cards are flying out today. So we'll call out Elaine's team. No, Elaine seemed to come through here. And the highest of the high. Highest of the highest of the high. Very good. Thank you. This is such, okay, a beautiful, and you get 1 here. This is, okay, there it is, which I also fell out. So Miss Elaine, your first card is, and this one fell out, have confidence. And this is from the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael, the prayer, please send me your courage and fortitude. Help me to realize that I am one with all that is divine. Wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. Archangel Michael speaking to you directly, Miss Elaine. Your second card, again, Archangel Michael, that also fell out. Self-respect. My prayer, dear God and angels, thank you for helping me to see myself as you see me through the eyes of love. Thank you for honoring and respecting me. Please guide me to do the same for myself and grant me the courage to speak up on my behalf. I ask for your protection in all of my relationships so that I am surrounded by loving and kind people. I got you, Karen. And then your other card is be gentle with yourself. And I just love this card also. The prayer, Archangel Michael, please guide me in treating myself with gentle, nurturing love and everything that I think, speak, and do. Help me to know that I deserve this compassion. I release any feelings of guilt to you so that I may experience lasting inner peace. And just look how beautiful that is with the lamb just draped over his shoulders. And then I told you that there was 2 decks, so you actually had 1 card from the final deck, and this like never happens, but like 3 on one and 1 on the last one. Your last card is learn. Learn. And this is, and you can see how this is learn from yourself. This is learning from not just yourself, past mistakes, learning from your higher self, learning to really give, what is it that you, thank you. They're telling me connecting with your higher self to see what it is that you need to move forward with, right? This have confidence, the self-respect, this be gentle with yourself. All of this is foundation work. It's groundwork for this next part, right? But in order for you to make these moves, in order for you to get to the next part, it all starts with you. Remember, we are the nucleus in our lives, right? We are the foundation. Everything begins and ends with us. And what we attract in life, the things that we want to cultivate, the relationships, everything that we have that's outside is a mirror of what's from the inside. So if you want beautiful things on outside, you want these relationships, all those things, you have to have that with yourself. That relationship with yourself is so important. This learn from what didn't work, what did work, right? Learning from our failures, but it also listening and learning and listening to the wisdom from your higher self. What is she saying to you? How is she speaking to you? Speak, and she's going to speak to you with love and with respect. And that is where that self-respect comes in, right? When you, and you may have been here for that other card, we were kind of talking about connecting to child self. Same thing. If you, and I do this with my coaching clients, any clients that are having a hard time being compassionate with themselves, first thing I say is, okay, how would you talk to a 6-year-old? Right? How would you talk to a 6-year-old? Would you be, very rigid and very raw with a 6-year-old? Will you be compassionate, kind, and caring, and a little bit more gentle, a little bit more, in your presentation? It's the same thing. Connect with your 6-year-old self. If you are struggling with how to talk to yourself and having compassion, go back to your child self and talk to her, and it will start becoming easier than having that critic that's in the mirror telling us all the things that we did wrong and remember that one time, and because all those memories start showing up at like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? But this is foundation work. In order for you to get to this next part, they're really saying that this help have confidence. And Archangel Michael is specifically calling out to you, giving you this information. And so that is your message, Miss Elaine. Thank you so much for this. This was really wonderful. Whew, I need water. Love and light to you, my dear. Thank you for that opportunity. All right, calling on Miss Karen's team. Yep. All right, there we go. We have, let's see, how many cards do we have here? There we go. We have all 3 of your cards that fell out, actually, Miss Karen. Let's see if there's anything else. Loads of love to you, my dear, as well. All right, Miss Karen. So your first card is the guide card. Oop. And I love how the puppy is right there. Guide. Your second card is listen. Your third card is the portal card. let me back up a little bit because I like my brain is going too fast for my mouth right now. um, Spirit animals, like, I mean, yes, the guide card, but also like if you noticed here how there's the guide card with the dog, but also the portal and the cat is right there. I am getting that you are getting so many messages and so many downloads. If you haven't already, they're going to start coming in hard and heavy. But it's because your spirit team is really like front and center right there. So that's why they are really asking you to listen, really focusing on that listening part. There is another card. Your last card is the influence card. And I know that we kind of talked before with, influencing other people. But this is their influence on you. This is your team's influence on you. This is them speaking to you through you. This is them connecting you with. It's like I'm like seeing you as a conduit, right? I'm seeing you just being able to reach out and very intentionally use the information that they give you. Yes, as a guide, but also like you are in your space that you're supposed to be in. Like you are in this work. And that's where all of this is coming from, the guide and the portal. My hair is over here. Where this is coming, the guide and the portal. You are that. Like you are that for people around you that you're helping. And it just feels so powerful. Oh my God. Like, what do you, I think you and I need to have like a conversation, like off of the broadcast, because I need to know what you've been going through. If you haven't started experiencing these things, I am getting a tremendous amount of energy from you. And it just feels like so next level for you. It's amazing. And I'm absolutely here for it, because I definitely need to know this part about this. I need to know this part of the story. But this is them really working through you. I mean, again, hard and heavy, where it's just coming in, getting the information, and you just like emanating it, just speaking it, just being it, and being able to just very organically and very second nature helping those. And people are just going to start being very drawn to you. And just like, listen, they need to know that because you are that guide. But also that portal, I'm getting just you being that portal. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that, like, I'm seeing you as the open door. Like I see your shape, but I'm also just kind of seeing it as just a shape with the inside just being like open. So, and a tremendous amount of like heat is coming from this right now. So if this is something like this is your level up, and this is what you're going through, it is absolutely incredible. If you haven't experienced it right now, like I swear the temperature just like rose 15 degrees in this room, because it is just I'm just feeling so much energy from this. I am also getting just a lot of very organic guides, and that's where the spirit animals were coming from. Like just, being able to see an animal, receive the message, and then just kind of be able to take the message that the animal is receiving. And that is going to be more than just a dog and a cat. We're talking about, the bees. Listen, you're going to be able to hear the messages very, very, very just clearly when they're coming through. Just know what it is that they're there for, what it is that they're trying to say to you. And all of this is just going to come so crystal clear. And that is why they're saying, listen. But the other thing that they're saying is also trust. Everything that you're going to be coming in through, just trust it, because you are the conduit. You are the messenger. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. And you're going to be working in this really high vibrational frequency. And it is just like lightning. It's just amazing. Like I wish I could. There's so many times that when I get these visions that I wish I can like have you guys just jump into my brain to see what it looks like. This is one of those times. Like I just see just the outline of you, but there's no physical body. It's just, again, the portal. And again, just receiving. And I see this beautiful light. So that's what the influence card comes in on. Oh, Karen, I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know. Oh, you're saying you're loving these messages. Good. I'm glad. Because if you haven't received this by now, my dear, it's coming in very soon. So expect it. And I think, weren't we just talking, it was a couple of weeks ago, about releasing? This makes sense if this is what you needed to do with the release work, because all of that needed to happen in order to get here, because you can't have both at the same time. So yeah, I need water because it's hot. That reading was like I said, I can't even express to you, like, it just got so, like, it was a lot of heat energy coming off of that. It was good heat energy, but there was just a lot of heat energy. So that's definitely something that was impressive. Loved it. All right, guys, we're done. We got 4 minutes. Maybe I can do another reading. Is anybody else here that wants to do another reading? Well, good. I'm glad that made sense for you. Otherwise, we will cut out. Guys, make sure that you are following Psychic Fixes and paying attention to all of the wonderful practitioners and tuning into their shows. Miss Kit Adams, Miss Debbie Duncan. You are so welcome, my love. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Amantha. Oh, yay. Thank you. Okay, let's call on Amantha. Calling on Amantha's team. Only Amantha's team to come through for the highest good. The highest of the high. All right, so Miss Amantha, where are you, my dear? You still here? Perfect. So your first card is the release card. Your second card is the intelligence card. And your last card is the journey card. But I want to bring your attention very specifically to this intelligence card. And I want you to notice that she's not just using her logic. Her third eye is open. And she's really seeing through there. That is what she's focusing on. She's using her spiritual intelligence in order to be able to see clearly with our third eye, right? There needs to be some shedding. There needs to be that release, self-doubt, release pain, release that suffering, releasing the attachments that we have. So then that way we can see clearly the way we need to, because what ends up happening is that the pain that we have, the traumas that we have, the sadness that we have will blind us. It'll tell us all the things that are wrong with us. It'll tell us all the things that are wrong with everybody else. And it will give us all of the fear-based information. But when you are seeing through spirit's divine, when you are seeing through the unconditional love, when you are working and seeing through a higher vibration, then all of those fears and all of those things, they just kind of get casted away. Yeah. So that's why they're asking you to use your spiritual intelligence. And this is going to really work and be a part of this journey. I also kind of want to bring your attention to this card, where this card also has the owl, right? And the owl is a representative of wisdom and freedom, right? And in messages and giving yourself that permission of being free. there isn't any restrictions that you need to have on yourself, right? The only restrictions that we have is the pain that we will surround ourselves in. That barbed wire almost is kind of how I'm seeing it. I kind of see it as barbed wires, our hands kind of being tied up. Hi, Jane. Jen, thank you. Thank you so much. And that's why they're asking you to do that release work. Really focusing again on the using your spiritual intelligence, the divine guidance, stepping into your divine wholeness, really stepping into your divine wholeness, because noticing that you are just more than person, body, meat, bones. You're more than just that, right? We all are, and we're here for a higher purpose. And so once you release, then you have the power to fly, right? You have this beautiful light just there, just waiting for you on every part. You have the protection around you. Noticing the stag. You have the protection around you. You have everything that you could possibly need, but it's just time for you to start working into that and trusting yourself for that also. Because this is that intelligence is going to help you in this next part of it. But again, you have to put some stuff down in order to pick up the good stuff. That is you, my dear Miss Amantha. It is wonderful connecting with you. Thank you so much for coming back and supporting the show. Miss Jen, thank you so much for being here. We are just out of time, though. We are here. I am here. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. Please make sure that you are following Psychic Fixes. You can also follow my page, Sage and Harmony, right here on Facebook and also on YouTube. Facebook, I have most of my posts on there, so feel free to follow that page and see all the goodies that we have to offer. Coaching and products, ritual candles, energy sprays, all kinds of goodies. Make sure that you are following all the pages, doing all the things, sharing and giving all the love. So we appreciate you. Couldn't be here without you. See you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat station. Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever time that looks like on your end. And thank you so much for supporting the show. See y'all next week. Blessed be. You're so welcome, darling.